बिलो तेरी अख कतल करे लख कतल जदों मूव करे करे लख कतल. This was the first voice note that he sent me. A lot of noise and all that, but made it onto the record because I put it an octave lower and treated it. Yeah, it's fun, man. Whatever you hear on your phone is actually not the 808. Yeah, it's not a sample. The only samples used in this song are the... What's up, guys? This is Sanjoy, and right now you're watching me on the one and only Mashable Todd Fodd. Guru and our work always starts on voice notes. Qatal, he sent me the hook. He's like, yo, I came up with something. But he didn't have any harmonics to it, like chord progression and stuff like that. He didn't have to it. He's like, the hook goes like, I think there was maybe other words to it. I'm not sure. If I remember correctly, I think there might have been multiple different words. And then I think they honed in on Qatal being the idea and repeating that as many times as possible. After hearing the hook, and before moving on to any further on the track, I think we needed to get the, core of the record for me is the harmonies, which is like in the chord progression. So this record was in D sharp minor, and the coolest thing about it is like it goes to a major chord in the middle, and it gives you that, oof, that feeling. That chord. It's called Tines. It's a plugin made by Clevgrander. It's the Rhodes, and it's the patch called Rhodey. Oh no, it's the initialized patch. Look at that. But that's going to a keys bus, I think. Yeah, keyboard bus. Yeah. After that, I think... reversed the sound. Printed it and reversed it. No, so I reversed the MIDI, then printed it and then reversed the sound. So it's kind of like just doing this tornado thing. That's going through this plugin called Grain Space, which it grains it and then it sounds like a reverb, but it's creating, in pictures, when you put grain on something, it just like makes you look like so nostalgic and way cuter. That's what it is. So yeah, there was a few other options of kicks. This is, yeah, as you can see, like this one wasn't gonna work out. I think this was just a layer with one of the kicks, and then there was this one, and then we have ours. But it's also what sounds better in context. And again, I said like wherever it gives me the feeling. Like I usually feel my bass here. The snares, really simple. You can't really force people to dance, so that fill. There's a ghungru sound as well. The kick. Yeah. But I feel like that's like a relatable sound for our people, no? This is the bass. This is the bass, man. It's a patch in Anna, signature 808. I think I edited it a little bit, maybe, like, the envelopes and stuff like that. And then I just put a simple EQ on it, which is then going into the bass bus. And all of this processing is happening while I'm producing. Moog, it's an analog synthesizer. I have a couple of those in my studio. Well, yeah, not really studio, at home. It's called the Grandmother Moog. Okay. That's where the sound came from. Yeah, it's not a sample. The only samples used in this song are the drum samples. Okay. But then the groove is also obviously created. I usually try to stay away from all the splice and stuff, unless the sound is like incredible and we made the song around it. I have a lot of fun just like programming and like coming up with parts and, you know, kind of going through the whole journey of creating. Yeah. So that put with the chord progression. There isn't much of mixing. The sounds just talk to each other. Oh. I didn't notice there's some ambient stuff here. You know the noise from like a vinyl crackle? That's going on throughout the entire track. Just subliminally in the background, because yeah, I think it makes the music a little bit more attainable. There was no guitar for the longest time. It was just, it started like this. Oh, the bass is layered. Because a lot of us listen to music on our phones and we judge it, right? A lot of the times we have to use distortion to bring out the sound of the bass. But I feel like this record needed to sound kind of like a live band has played it, but with the sound of like modern electronic production. So I layered the 808 with the bass, and you can see like the EQ curve on it right here. And it's doing some saturation stuff, a bit of OTT. So it's layered with this other live bass. The bass line is actually pretty crazy in this song. You want to hear this shit? Listen. Yeah, it's fun, man. So this, whatever you hear on your phone is actually not the 808. It's the impression of the 808 being given by the bass that you can actually hear, which is an octave above the group. Just textures. I love textures. I don't even remember. Yeah, this is going on behind the chorus. Yeah. I don't remember doing that, to be honest. The effects. So that's the sound of a bullet dropping concrete. I don't know if you shoot guns, but I don't. I've never. But apparently it's like a really magical sound. So I had to sort of bring it into the world of Qatal, beauty, and all that. So that was the inspiration behind that. And I think it plays. And that's right before the chorus. But I had both of the sounds, and as you can see here, I kind of cut it to the beat of the song because nothing should feel out of place. So this is the vocals. We recorded this in Guru's home studio in Delhi. A lot of times with Guru's voice, I play with deformant as he's saying different words and stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. We did the same thing with the Moonrise as well. Yeah, so the vocal processing, cutting out all the bullshit frequencies, you know, like in the low mids and stuff like that, that's pretty simple. It's going through an auto-tune that goes straight to my vocal bus, which then, so there's this thing that's called Crystal Verb, which I created with Xvox, and there's a reverb called Crystal, which sounds really nice. So this is the reverb. Oh, sorry. Yeah, listen to this. And that's being sidechained with the main signal, main dry signal of the voice. So it ducks out every time the vocal is there. So you hear the space, you get the impression of a huge, large space, but then it's really hard to get vocals to cut through and compete in a really loud master. That's going through like a telephonic kind of this thing. Again, I just want doubles to support a specific frequency. I don't want the double to be like low, mid, and high. I kind of want to carve it in so I don't have to fight with space. I think the first initial voice note that he sent me, I have it. This is the first voice note that he sent me. It sounds like a lot of noise and all that, but it made it onto the record because I put it an octave lower and treated it. This is a kind of like a bassy support with the main hook that's happening. That's the delay bus. And I'm tuning the delays an octave up because I think it needed something on the higher end. So this is happening only when the chorus repeats. How would you create a difference? Because I only have one lead track the entire time. And I have to give people something different every 8 to 12 bars, right? Guru had a really good idea of like telling me that you should use like a bullet dropping on the ground. You should use like, you know, because I'm not really familiar with guns and I never played video games, right? So yeah, I think all in all, I think it was a crazy collaborative effort. Gil and Ronnie, they're fire writers. Without them, I think like we wouldn't have Qatal. And Guru's voice, man, he's been around since I would say 2013, and his voice has translated since I was like a kid. I've been listening to him, and now how many years is it since 2013? 13 years. Yeah, so that's a long time to be relevant in an industry, and you don't do that without having a gifted voice and being one of the nicest human beings in the world.